Welcome to Fit to Be Real.
And a little extra.
We are transitioning from summer to fall, but we're talking on a wider spectrum of just all season change because for a lot of people, it's challenging.
It is. Change is hard.
Change is hard. Even if it's just going from summer to fall, which I think that's my favorite transition.
We love that. It has to do with our birthdays being in the fall. And I think that has a large part, plays a large part, don't you?
Yeah. Yep. I'm Victoria.
Hey guys, I'm Carly.
You did that in your head voice.
I know. I took it above, like in my nasal. Yeah. Hey guys. Hey guys.
Well, bring it in.
Okay.
First of all.
Rein it in.
Second of all, I have to admit, we're recording this within the first week of September, and I have already spookified my house.
Mm-hmm.
It's good, not a lot. I don't decorate a lot for Halloween. I'm more of like, I have a pumpkin craze, so I'll do that right after Halloween of like fall.
Yeah.
But my Halloween stuff is minimal. But I'm ready. I'm full-fledged. I'm in it.
She's into skeletons and all that stuff. You have a lot of skeletons in your closet.
Sure do.
And on the coffee table.
Yes, I do. It's not, well, yeah, I do like the skull art.
Yeah.
But it's the Dia de los Muertos that I like versus like Halloween.
We're Halloween people, and that's not to say we love the actual day of Halloween and dressing up. That's not actually what we like. We like the season of fall, what it brings, the season of Halloween, the transition from summer into fall. We like that. That's our jam.
For us, I would venture to say, I can speak for you, that it's not a challenge to do that transition. Mm-mm. It's a little bit hard to get into, I think, winter to spring. Like, I like winter.
I love it.
I'm a winter person. If you bundle, it's not that bad.
You're going to make fun of me.
Sure am.
I love my clothes. And I love fall and winter clothes. I just do. That's my favorite wardrobe. I love it. And so I look forward to not going out and not ever wearing it, but knowing that I have a great wardrobe if I ever did go out.
Sure. Yeah. That's accurate, actually. It's 100% accurate.
But no, I have no problem with winter. I look forward to Christmas. Christmas is very big in our family, so I start decorating early, and I don't care who knows it.
Well, that's why me getting into Halloween the first week of September, I mean, I did it on Labor Day.
Yeah.
I decorated for Halloween on Labor Day. That's really early.
It is, but I remember during COVID, when there was nothing else to do, I decorated for Christmas before Thanksgiving, and I got so much SHIT for it. I shouldn't have posted about it. I should have just done it and like kept it to myself because it made me happy. But I like posted, oh my God, they came out of the woodwork that I decorated for Christmas before Thanksgiving. And I was like, why are you trying to take away my joy? How does that affect you?
Yeah. Well, it doesn't.
Right.
It doesn't. So it's called SAD. And I don't just mean my closet versus yours. It's SAD. It's called seasonal affective disorder or seasonal depression, which is like, I think what more people say. Yeah. But that's what it is. It's just you're affected by the season change. And a lot of that, from what I read, because really, like, other than it getting darker in the morning, like when you wake up and it's still nighttime, basically, or when you're done at the end of the day and it's already dark and it feels night. So like that to me, I think I feel more than, oh, I'm mourning summer because we're in fall. But a lot of people are affected that way.
The nighttime shift affects me more than the morning.
Yeah.
We're still teaching a class and it's 5:30 and it's pitch black. And I'm like, oh my God, we have 3 more classes left to go. And it's pitch black already.
And it just makes me want to be home on the couch and not do it, which could get into like that dark, the sad place with capital SADs of never wanting to leave the house, never wanting to leave the couch, not wanting to put on your outfits and go out and meet people. Like there can be a deeper sadness.
I think a lot of people feel that.
To it. Yeah, absolutely.
Especially come February. When everyone's just like, oh, is this going to be over yet? Like in the beginning, I feel like people are excited about it. Like they're like, season of changing. It's okay. And then it lasts for a little too long.
Well, January, February, I think are the longest months. They're like 60-day months.
60-day months. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Even though February is technically like the shortest month that we have.
Yes.
There's something about you're ready for winter to be over, but it's taking way too long to get into spring. And it's that for people like you, it's that what am I wearing?
Yeah.
How do I leave my house appropriately?
The fight and battle I have in my head about when to start wearing flip-flops is like is unbelievable. And I know there are people out there that feel the same way. If it is not 90 degrees, I'm not wearing flip-flops. But like sometimes in April, there's a 90-degree day.
Yeah.
People are in flip-flops. I'm like, it's too soon, people. You're going to be wearing boots in 2 days when it snows. So
put your toes away.
Yeah, put your toes away. So I always have that issue. But
your life is really hard.
I know.
You know?
Stop.
It's a really hard life. When to wear white pants. When not to wear. Do you follow?
No.
I was going to ask her, do you follow the you cannot wear white after Labor Day rule?
No. I make my own rules. I love all white outfits. Like, I think that's a really cool winter style, all white. So no, I do not follow that rule. You cannot put me in a box with my wardrobe. I do what I want. I wear what I want. And yeah, no, I rebel against that rule.
I love that. How come that doesn't pertain to me?
Oh no, you have to follow what I tell you.
Yeah, that doesn't seem to work.
Well, let's go through your closet and we'll talk about that.
They're all your throwaways.
No, but it's how you put them together.
Okay. Well, we're going to start the episode now.
Oh, okay.
It's time. We have a mix of things of how to help transition, and it doesn't necessarily have to just be summer to fall. It can be all seasonal transitions. There are ways and tips that I actually didn't think about. There's a lot you could do with your house to help with the vibe and the aesthetic of shifting into something new.
While we don't have a hard time transitioning from summer to fall, I know a lot of you do, especially the teachers. And it's a hard shift. Just this morning, Victoria called Melody and Lewis as they were going to school because it was their first day of school today and said, are you so excited? Have a great first day. And Melody was like, I'm so sad. I don't want summer to be over. And I know there's a lot of people like that. I am one of them. I want my kids to stay home. I did not want summer to be over. I look forward to the next season. But yeah, nobody wants summer to be over. If everybody could live in a endless summer, isn't that like a thing? Endless summer?
It is a thing.
It is? Where? Like Key West?
I think in all beach towns.
Oh.
It's called Endless Summer because it's a beach town. Well, you said the key words is look forward. Like take those two words and quite literally look forward towards things that are coming up versus mourning what is now stopping for yourself.
Mourning as in sadness.
Mourning like summer is over.
Right.
It is finished. I'm so sad that this season that I love so much, if you're a summer person that loves summer so much and you like thrive, change the brainwave to look forward, like I said to Melody.
Yeah.
Halloween, Thanksgiving, birthdays, Christmas. Now those are actual big events to like put in your calendar.
Right.
But if there's any other little things you can do, weekend trips, like you're going to the Renaissance Fair. They go to the Renaissance Fair every September.
Yeah, we do.
I really do want to go one of these times. I think it's cool.
You need to come with us.
I know.
It's very fun. It's very fun.
I would like you to go on a day that's not 95 degrees because usually you go on those days.
Usually we go in August, but now we're going to go when it's colder to look, because we needed something to look forward to. I said to Andrew after we went away for the weekend with the kids, I need more weekends like this. Yeah. I need more weekends where I have something to look forward to get me through to the next whatever, because I think it's really important in life to have things to look forward to.
Now, for me, I look forward to decorating.
Yeah, so do I.
To me, it's like I can't get to Labor Day fast enough.
I know.
I'm not a summer person, though.
Just so you guys know, we're drinking coffee out of Halloween mugs. Yes, it's September 5th or whatever.
Sure are. And I'm also going to keep these mugs out all year long because it looks like a skeleton is the handle and it's holding it, but it's like bedazzled.
Yeah.
It's fancy. It's from a place called Home Goods. So
it's French.
It's French. Another one that is going to be like, oh my God, Victoria, obviously you going to bring this up. Finding a therapist can help those where it's a little bit harder to look forward to things that are not in the present moment, like this week or next month or, something tangible. And it can help you find the tools to not look back.
And mourn.
Yeah. And mourn. And then, of course, that in turn is going to help you with a lot of other things that you're probably really mourning. But we put it into the season. And so it's like that deep layer of baggage that therapy can help with.
Well, a lot of times people equate seasons with experiences they've had that aren't always good. Some people don't like the holidays for various family reasons. And so that they don't look forward to them. So, yeah.
That's true. You know what? I didn't think about that. Some people do not like holidays. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a hard thing to look forward to.
If you don't have good memories of it, or if your family isn't the celebrating type, I mean, you might not like it. And that's fine too, but that would bring it out. Therapy would bring it out for sure.
I assumed that everybody loved holidays the way that we love holidays.
Yeah.
And because we were just everybody in the family, cousins alike, we go crazy for Christmas and Thanksgiving. Like, it's the best
go big or
family
go home
time. Yeah. And it's just something to be excited for. And Carly can't relate to this, but in the dating world of meeting different people,
I can relate. I know what you're going to say, but go ahead and I'll tell you how I can relate to that.
Yes. A lot of people do not celebrate the same way and or celebrate at all. Like my last relationship, in leaving it, realize how much I don't want to change how I feel about holidays.
Right.
Because that's just, why not? Like the little excitements in life, like a holiday can just be such an exciting thing. We're also fortunate to have a family that everything's okay, we can celebrate. Right. So that's just something that I thought I could shift, and I can adapt and I can change.
But you can, but if there's no legitimate reason why you have to change the way you view a holiday or an event, then don't.
Right. Yeah. Right. Well, it's just something that, in talking through therapy, let's circle back to what we're talking about, Victoria. I don't want to, I don't want to not be excited about little things, which in life, a holiday is a little thing.
I think that because we grew up the way we grew up, we did not have a lot of money. We didn't know that. And I tell this to Andrew all the time. I never knew how little we had because I always felt, and mom and dad always made it feel like we wanted for nothing.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Yeah. If they were struggling money-wise, we had no idea because everything was made a big deal, and it didn't have to be like a PlayStation. It was the little things.
Wait, it never was.
Yeah, it never was. But we never knew it, and I think that's the whole point, is to have something to look forward to. It doesn't have to be material. It's just a feeling. Exactly. It's an excitement. It doesn't have to be a thing.
Right.
Oh, but piggybacking off of that, Andrew had no idea what he was walking into when he came to our holidays, which is what you were referring to as well. It's Christmas vomit at Christmas. I mean, Christmas vomits at all of our houses, and my house is vomit. Color,
Let's change the vomit word to like explosions.
Okay. Oh, explosions.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Christmas explosions.
And Halloween, like there's no style. It's just like I saw it at the French store at Home Goods. And, I'm like, oh, it doesn't match. I don't care. It's Halloween. That's just how it is. And a lot of people aren't used to that. Andrew didn't grow up like that. I mean, they never wanted for anything, but also wasn't as, we celebrated every day from December 1st on. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't do that and are not used to that, but it's something that we do. And I will never give that up.
And by celebrating every day from December 1st on, it's like you decorate every inch of your house as fun as you want and whatever it is. And like sometimes that's just the celebration.
Yeah.
Like waking up and going into the bathroom and then all of your hand towels are Christmas-like. Like it's not necessarily getting gifts every single day.
No, and even with parties. Halloween, like getting my Halloween mugs out. I'm so excited to get my pumpkin spice mug out that I only use one time a year. Like it's the little things like that.
It's true. So in any case, maybe you get to that therapy. Maybe you start to be able to look forward to things that you create for yourself, putting things in your calendar, and then you can change the brainwaves to the third way. So if every season change is a reboot instead of the sadness that we tend to put on it in whatever way, you take a second, you go through everything that you accomplished maybe in the summer or the list of things that you wanted to do. And so you start looking at what you did and what you didn't do. So now it's an opportunity to do it in this season.
Right.
The things you didn't get to in the last season. and kind of reset your house, your body, your mind, and the way you want to do things, maybe with the same exact list that you had in summer.
Well, that's a really good idea. I was just thinking about all the things I didn't get to this summer. Yeah, and like the things I didn't get to do with the kids. Why can't I do it in the fall?
You did so many things.
I know. But just like in general, like, oh man, I really wanted to, put the lights up in the backyard, and we never got to it this summer because we were never home.
Right.
Why can't you do that now?
Well, look at it this way. Oh, it's fall. School starts. We're going to be home more. I get to do that.
Right.
And that's how you look at it.
But that's a very easy thing that everybody can do. But it's all about things we've been talking about since day one. Your mindset shifts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never thought of it like that. Like I was just thinking, oh man, I didn't get to so much this summer. But why can't I do it now?
I thought you meant I didn't get to so much. Like you didn't get to sew.
Oh, heck no.
Needle and thread.
Nope, not me.
I didn't get to so much this summer.
No.
Maybe in the fall.
No.
So those are ways to kind of change yourself and your mind. There are ways, and I never would have thought of this, that you transition in your house. Like in your place of coming home every single day. One is pest proofing your house.
What?
Because the bugs change. In the seasons, things you would like to keep out of your house also change.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a thing. Like in winter months, usually, because they're trying to keep warm, you get mice.
Yeah.
So you have to think of that way too. And I never think of that.
I would never have thought that. But I'm ready for the flies to be out.
I mean, yeah, but that's a thing.
Yeah.
They die off and new
ones.
New bugs. It's a great time to change your windows.
Is somebody like, are you getting some money for this?
No, but I guess it goes hand in hand. I mean, these are things about the house that I never really thought about it. And it's not necessarily changing them. It's just replacing and repairing. Maybe that's on your list of things to do for the summer, but things get cold in autumn and winter. And that's when you have to really pay attention to how you can get through, because sometimes you're so cold, you get into that SAD, seasonal depression.
Oh man, I hate being cold.
I'd rather be cold than hot.
Okay, let me rephrase that. Same.
But I mean, yes, nobody likes to be cold. Like that chill that you can't get out, you mean?
I actually, let's rephrase that.
Okay.
I love being hot.
What?
I was just thinking, one of my favorite feelings is getting into a hot car in the summer. It's one of my favorite feelings.
That's actually accurate. That's true.
I love that. Because with cold, you can always bundle. And so I hate being cold. Like, it's annoying. But like, I also love being hot. I don't know why I'm going here, but this is where we are.
Cool.
Thanks.
Cool.
No, hot.
No, hot. Change your windows, okay?
I'm all over the place.
You could change your windows, and that's okay. So I feel like it's like it's like a haircut.
I'm transitioning.
It's a haircut, right? You cut your hair, you love it, it's so short. Then you get to that phase where it's in between being long and being that really short. And if you could just get past the awkward, uncomfortable transition of a haircut, now you have long hair and you made it through.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as the seasonal changes.
Yeah, that's true. I just want a side note. Victoria and I noticed how often we both say 100% in all the podcasts. So I'm really, really thinking about this.
And we haven't said it yet.
No, we haven't said it because I've been thinking about it.
Cool. I haven't thought about it. Now I'm going to. Awesome.
Cool. 50%.
25%. Here's another one for your house. Replacing your air filters in your HVAC system. You've been using air conditioning all season.
Yeah.
So it's really smart to change them out now to be prepared for when you use them again, when the seasons change on the back end of things. And then you don't have to think about it at the time. And then really start setting up your house for your gas or your heat or your oil. Gosh, you used to have an oil for heat, which was very expensive.
And then the oil would go out and it would be like a Sunday, and then we wouldn't be able to have heat because no oil companies worked on Sundays, and be like shivering.
She shivered when she said shiver. I just want to put that out there.
I'm a method actor. I mean, come on.
And then the last one for just kind of your environment in the seasonal change is decluttering your house.
Yeah, that's my favorite part.
It's the best part of it. I think it's a seasonal thing.
Yeah.
I don't think I do it on purpose, but I think that's when I start to purge.
But it's also just not spring. You know, like spring cleaning, I do it every season.
Oh my God, I thought about that yesterday when that's what I was doing to my house.
What?
I said that to myself. I said, this isn't just a spring cleaning thing. I do this every time the season changes. I feel so good when it's done. It's a lot of work, but you feel so good when it's done, and you feel like you've kind of have a clean slate.
Yeah. And you go into the season fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did it all day yesterday too, getting the kids ready for school because I wait till the last second because I was in denial that they were going back to school. So I did it yesterday, but we cleaned from top to bottom, threw out things in silence because I didn't want the kids to see what I was throwing out. But it feels so good today. I'm going to read you something that I read today that hit me. Insignificant choices and changes that you make today will change the tide of tomorrow. So had I not cleaned and decluttered yesterday, totally would have made this morning a hot mess. I would have not been happy with how the kitchen was, or that the kids' school bags were everywhere and like I hadn't done what I was supposed to do. Keeping things in order and keeping things fresh just makes you happy. And it made me such a happier person today. Like, all right, now I'm excited for them to go to school because I got my routine. Everything's back. It looks good. It feels good. And those are insignificant in the grand scheme of life.
Yeah.
Small, but it made a big difference today.
I would say doesn't make you happy. It makes you not stressed.
Yeah.
Like you're correct. I'm just thinking it in a different way because that happiness can come when you're not stressed.
Mm-hmm.
If you were stressed about the unorganized, hurry up, get your uniform, we didn't lay it out, or we didn't have your backpacks ready, or the house is so cluttered, and that, I mean, it's so true. A cluttered house is a cluttered mind and is a hectic feel all around. So it's that lack of stress that you didn't have this morning. Mm-hmm.
Keeping your routine or setting up a routine is one of the easiest ways what you can do for yourself to make it easy for you to get through the next phase.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the two options too. It's either keep every single season your routine, whether it helps because your work doesn't change, right? So whatever those hours are for yourself or where you get your workout in and all of that stays the same. And that's how routined some people have to be. Or every season you switch it up for yourself so it's not monotonous and you're still doing a routine, but it's slightly different. I mean, we do that with our CFIT schedule.
Yeah.
We change it for the seasons because things tend to change.
Yeah.
So you either change with it or the friction you have by fighting it usually goes in the south direction.
Yeah. And we're in that I said it last episode that we are in a transition phase right now, and we go with the people, but we also try and give our people what they want according to the phase that we're in.
Yeah.
Or the season that we're in. And it definitely changes. What people want in September and October is very different than what they want in the summer. And that we sort of have to go with the flow there.
Yeah.
But you know, we're doing it right now too. Another thing to remember, if you are not good in change or changing of the seasons, is that seasons change and they don't last. They're temporary. It's not going to last forever. This too shall pass. If you don't like the summer into fall transition, guess what? It'll be over before you know it.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Right? So like just get through it. Do the best you can to have something to look forward to, or make things for yourself that you have to look forward to. And it'll be over before you know it because, you know, such is life.
I don't know who you are.
Oh, I've been listening to this podcast recently. It's called Fit to Be Real, and I listen to it every Monday. I don't know when it's on.
Yikes.
I think I listen to it on Mondays, and I've been learning a lot.
So you think you're smart?
What? So you think you're smart? Wait,
no, it's good.
In saying that, I said that to Melody this morning. I said, Melody, you look so pretty in her uniform. And she was like, I know I am. And I was like,
her.
Yes. I said, Melody, you go into school with that confidence.
That's amazing.
I know. And I was so proud of her because she was like, I know I am.
Yeah, you have to take a lot from her.
I know. I looked in the mirror and I said, I am too. And she was like, what? So you think you're pretty? But anyway, seasons change.
Yeah.
And you can change along with it or you can fight it.
And fighting it, just like anything else, seasonal, emotional, is never the positive way to go.
And you just have to remember the joy you felt all summer long, if you're a summer person, it's not going to last. And you know that it happens every year. And for us, the joy that happens from September to December, that's not going to last. So you just have to enjoy it while it's happening and try and adapt to the next phase. And that's it's a hard thing to do.
Nothing is permanent. Seasons
I wrote that down.
Are not an exception. Nothing is permanent. Emotions, if you're feeling sad, you're going to be happy again. If you're feeling happy, you're going to get sad again. I'm learning through yoga and everything that I'm doing this year, 2 years. The purpose of life is not to find happiness, because happiness is just an emotion. It's an emotion that comes in like a wave and it goes out with the tide. And it's something that I think we are all taught. Do things that make you happy. You're supposed to be happy.
Right.
The goal is to look for happiness. And it's not actually true. The goal is to look for joy, to find joy, because there's joy in the moments that aren't happy and there's joy in the moments that are happy. So finding that inner sense of joy truly is the purpose, because happiness is not permanent.
We've talked, I know in an episode we've talked about this before, that the highs, they are there, the lows, they are there. And you have to know when you're at the high that there will be a low. And when you're at the low, know that there will be a high. And if you can always keep that like on a hamster wheel in your mind and know that it won't always be this good and it's not always going to be this bad. It's a hamster wheel.
Yeah, I think of that like a not a hamster wheel, a roller coaster.
Oh yeah. Hamster wheel is negative.
No. Hamster wheel is good because it's cyclical and it goes around and around and around, so it's always coming back around. It took me a while to really grasp that temporary is what it is, because if you think of it like a roller coaster, you get in the ride, you strap in, because we know what could happen if you don't strap in. So you strap into the roller coaster, right? And then it slowly, usually goes on an incline on the way up. And you reach the top. If that was it, you're at the top.
Yeah.
Like if we make that happiness, how boring would that be? There's nothing to do. You made it.
Yeah,
so
you made it.
If you think of it like that roller coaster, sometimes the best moments come from that big surge going down.
Yeah.
And then you get to go back up again. And of course, now you've got twists and turns and loops and all the fun stuff. But if that roller coaster was just a little toddler train ride going 2 miles an hour,
right.
Whether
boring.
It's at the high or the low, nobody would have motivation to do anything.
Right.
So take that to the bank.
Well, in you saying that, it reminded me of this. I was listening to Dax Shepard. I don't know if anybody listened. I know I've talked about it before. Armchair Expert. And Jake Johnson, Mr. Jake Johnson, Nick Miller from New Girl was on.
Love him.
And he has a new podcast, and you can thank me later. It's called We're Here to Help. So go listen to it. It's
really
hysterical.
Okay.
But anyway, he said, I came out to LA to be an actor, but he put it this way: you build sandcastles and they're great and they last, and then somebody steps on them. But what do? You build another sandcastle.
Wow.
And you can do that your entire life. You can take all the time in the world to build those sandcastles. They take a lot of time. You look at them afterwards. You're really proud of them. Oh my God, that was amazing. And then a wave comes and takes it away. What do? You build another one.
I love that.
Yeah, that's it's the same thing. And that's the most amazing thing from Nick Miller I've ever heard.
From Nick Miller.
In researching this, because I'm a big researcher now, and I read articles. If this podcast taught me anything, it's that I have to know a little bit ahead of time what I'm talking about.
Oh, wonderful. Lessons all around.
Yeah. We're just quickly going to talk about the 4 ways to adapt to the seasons of your life, the seasons of the year, and just seasons in general. There's 4 of them. So it'll be, keep it tight.
100%.
I only want to give that a 50. Number 1, change your attitude. Change your attitude. Well, you already said this, pretty much mindset. Change your attitude about the changing of the seasons. And guess what? You're going to be so much happier. Everything in life happens for a reason. So
here's the hard part of that, though. How do you do that, right? I mean, we talk a lot about different ways you can do it. All that means, what I'm learning, is to get rid of expectation.
Yeah, we hate expectations.
No, truly. Expectations, not necessarily having standards, for what you want. Expectation in the sense of if it doesn't work out the way that you expect, it's coming down. Are you raising your hand?
I'm raising my hand.
Oh my God.
Because I was saying,
gonna hit
me.
It's the expectations. We put a lot of expectations on things.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody does. But when they don't turn out the way that you think they should, the quote unquote word should, that's where disappointment comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
That's where sadness comes in. That's where depression, anxiety, blah, 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 blah. So when you change your attitude, it's getting rid of the notion of expectation on what the season should be for yourself or what the phase of your life is that you're in should be. Because then you can take the judgment that you get from the expectation not working out or maybe working out in a different way, and you can turn it into an improvement so that each season improves in different ways. It's just the mind. It is the mindset that you're talking about, but it's the attitude changes from like getting rid of the attachment to expectation.
Oh, I have high expectations all the time. And a lot of the time, that's why I get disappointed.
Right.
And that's how I've been my whole life. And I'm probably never going to change it. So
I expect that, but also that's disappointing.
Number 2, you have to gain perspective. Examine what's going on in your life. Take a second, pause, and try and figure out why you're feeling sad with capital SAD and try and figure out ways to change the mindset around it. So those two sort of go together.
Just reflecting. I like that.
Number 3, be flexible to embrace change. That's pretty straightforward. You have to be flexible because nothing goes in a straight line. It's windy. You got to bend.
Yeah.
I'm talking to myself because I am not very good at being flexible. Last one, be your own bestie. Now, I read this and I was like, whatever, this is so negative. Because what it means is like you can't count on anybody. So you have to count on yourself and hold yourself accountable because yes, you have family. Yes, you have friends. You have people that are there for you, but no one is there for you as much as you're there for yourself. Mm-hmm. You can count, the only person you can count on 100% is yourself. And only you can get yourself out of that SAD, capital SAD, sad, seasonal depression. Only you can do that. Nobody else can do that. And I thought that was really interesting. It was like, be your own best friend.
Yeah, no, that's not negative. That's definitely not negative. You have to take care of the relationship that you have with yourself to get through the seasonal relationships, the seasonal seasons, the seasonal phases in your life. Because at the end of all of those, you still just have yourself.
Yeah. Oh, that's 100%.
200%. Things have to die.
Yeah.
Like the trees. The leaves fall. We love them because it's pretty and they change color. But what happens after in autumn, the trees and the leaves change? They die.
Yeah.
They have to fall off the branches to be able to make new leaves that are green and ready for spring and summer, which we love so much as well. When all of the trees start blooming leaves and the branches don't look so like sad and not snow covered, right? They have to die. And if you think of that with relationships, like some just have to fade out for you to be able to grow as yourself a little bit more and expand into something you're supposed to be. Same thing with the seasons of, obviously the seasons, right? Like, I don't necessarily mean life has to die, but things have to die in your life for you to move on and progress. And the whole purpose is to continue to grow. And you cannot grow in the same environment. If you put a shark in a fishbowl, it's only going to grow
as big as the fishbowl.
As big as the fishbowl. So the environment you're in, if you're not growing how you need or feel like you should be growing, you need to get out and you need to expand it. And for that to happen, some things have to be let go.
Yeah.
You have to surrender to being able to adapt and be flexible and grow bigger than the fishbowl.
I was just going to say, like the seasons change, we have to change. And sometimes it's natural and you don't even know.
The part where it happens and you don't even know, it's because you're not trying so hard.
Yeah.
If you don't try to, just like we said earlier, fight the change, then you don't even know all the good things that are happening because it's just happening. And then you can take that reflective moment that you were talking about and be like, wow, when I'm quite literally sit myself on the surfboard and just let the wave take me, like so much can happen.
Yeah. Don't fight it. Just go everybody needs to be a little more go with the flow and stop going against the current, because if we all did that, everybody would just be a little kinder, we'd have so much more joy.
My God, things really don't have to be that
hard. Yeah.
You know?
I also think if everybody I think if more people, because not everybody does this, but if more people just worried about themselves and you do you and not let anybody else's joy affect them, how much happier would you be if you didn't let other people and what they do affect you? There you go.
It's so true.
If you want to have an endless summer in your house and decorate for, Key West summer on the beach, do it.
Margaritaville all year round. I'm in.
Oh, Margaritaville. But yeah, but if that's what you want to do it. No one should care. That brings that person joy. Stop being a joy stealer. I think a lot of people would find more joy in smaller things daily if you just did whatever you wanted to do.
Which is what I do with my outfit choice. Let's circle back. What I do with my outfit choices, I let her care and I do whatever I want.
Is this as long as I think it is?
All right, so we think you get it. At this point, we've got to understand at least a piece of this, right? For your real tip of today and this season, do a deep clean of your house, whether that's just decluttering and organizing, or if that's scrubbing like Cinderella on your hands and knees, and reset the clean slate so that you can make the decisions going from there with a little bit of a clearer mind as well.
Now for your real extra tip of the week. It's called Can't Fight the Moonlight.
What?
What does Can't Fight the Moonlight mean? It means don't fight it. Go with it. If you love the seasons, each season as it comes, find joy in it. Lean into it. Don't shy away from it because of what society or other people might say or might think. If you lean into every season and find little bits of joy in what that season has to bring, you're going to find that you, at the end of the year, you were pretty much happy.
Thank you, Leanne Rimes.
Just like,
I feel like I'm on a bar at Coyote Ugly.
Can't fight the moonlight, no.
Oh,
you can't fight it. It's gotta get to your heart.
May your new season breathe joy when you breathe. So just breathe through it all and remember that you are always fit to be real.
And always allowed to be a little extra.
Carly's wearing overalls today.
Because it brings me joy. It's okay. They'll be in my throwaway pile. You can have them in about 6 months.
Thanks. For legal reasons, we have to tell you that this podcast is meant for entertainment and educational purposes only. We are not healthcare professionals. For all of your health, wellness, fitness, and self-care needs, please refer to the medical professional in your life. Your primary care physician, your therapist, a certified coach, whoever it may be. And then let us know what they say, because I guarantee we need to know it too. Okay? Okay, bye.